The KAP-40 is a fully automatic pistol with good range and a high fire rate. In my opinion, this is the dark horse of close quarter combat weapons in this game. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but between pistols, SMGs, and assault rifles, the KAP-40 has the fastest time to kill, up to 400 GDU. To give you some perspective, it's only the fastest by 2 milliseconds, but still, that's a high-powered pistol. Think of all the other high-powered weapons that you use in this game. That's the MP7, the Vector, the Scorpion. If you're at close quarters and you're going against this little pistol, you have a good chance of losing that gun battle. The fire rate is listed at 940 RPM. That's the same as the Vector and the MP7. My tests show that they are the same speed, but I got 895 RPM for each weapon. But we're all about relativity here, so 940 is good as long as we keep each gun on the same scale. The reload speed is fast at 1.50 seconds. It's ranked number 2 among pistols. This gun is ranked 4th in accuracy because of the high recoil. The recoil is easy to handle at close quarters, but at mid-range it becomes a bit of a problem. The reflex sight definitely helps with this, but there are better attachments for this weapon. For the range test, we're going to use the SMG distance scale simply because it's easier to compare the pistols to the SMGs like that. So this gun kills in 3 shots at close range, 0 to 400 GDU, 4 shots at mid range, 400 to 800 GDU, 5 to 6 shots at long range, 800 to 1200 GDU, and 6 shots at very long range, 1200 to 1600 GDU. With the 940 fire rate, the time to kill for this weapon is pretty fast at 2.99 seconds. That's ranked number 1 among pistols and number 3 among SMGs, beating out the MP7. So in theory, you can use this gun like an SMG, but in practice, the recoil is far too high to be effective at anything but close range. So let's check the summary sheet and build the class.
Threat down.
Alright, so we're going to set this class up using the KAP-40 as the primary weapon. The first attachment is going to be extended mags. We only have 15 bullets to start off with, and that's good for about 1 kill, 2 if you're really accurate. With extended mags, we get 5 more bullets, and that's just enough to drop 2 or 3 guys. Next, we're going to equip secondary gunfighter and long barrel. Long barrel is good to extend the 3-shot kill range, extending the KAP-40's dominance at close quarters. For perk 1, we're going to go with Ghost. I want to control the range of the engagement and stay off the mini map, so Ghost is going to help. Next, equip perk 2 Greed, then Scavenger and Fast Hands. Scavenger will help replenish ammo, and Fast Hands will let us throw our tacticals faster. For perk 3, I'm going with Extreme Conditioning. Mobility is very important when using close quarter weapons like the KAP-40, so we need that extra run time to get away from areas when we kill an opponent. I'm going to do something different this week and use no lethal. Since I'm using the secondary as a primary, I need 2 slots for a secondary attachment, so I had to give up the lethal, which is useful, but I think we can live without it. For tactical, I'm going with EMP grenades. Now let's do the strategy and have some fun. The KAP-40 is most effective when you can use flank routes to surprise the enemy at close quarters. The main strength of this gun is the high time to kill at close range, so we've extended the 3-shot kill with long barrel, so close to mid-range exchanges are favorable. But the risk of getting killed increases with distance from the target. The risk goes up even further when the target is behind cover at any range. So there's 2 reasons for that. One is that the pistols in this game have weak penetration damage, so shooting through objects really isn't a good strategy. 2, the recoil on this gun is very high, so aiming at the exposed area of a target behind cover can get pretty difficult. So the strategy here is to engage targets that are at close to mid-range and targets that are not behind cover. Another important tactic for using this weapon is being able to disengage when you're at a disadvantage. If you run into someone at a high vantage point or someone at long range, duck behind cover and take the flank route. That's the purpose of equipping the extreme conditioning perk, so we can not only close the distance between you and the enemy, but also escape gun battles when there's a high probability of losing. We don't have a suppressor on this weapon, so after you get a kill, keep moving. The enemy skull will pop up and give away your position, and you will appear on the radar. Try to run into close quarter areas and flank routes, so if you do run into an enemy, you still have the advantage. This is the class to use when you want to have some fun and dominate at close range. If you can manage to stay in close quarter combat situations and avoid long distance gun battles, you should do well with this weapon. Alright guys, that's all I have. Get out there, have some fun, and I'll see you next week.